Okay, so let's do this. Welcome back. Chapter 6, The Art of Listening Inside Relationships That Really Matter to You. Boy, we gave you, last time we were together, we gave you the 5 negative listening habits of all human beings. Remember? Pseudo-listening, the pretenders, the silent arguers that listen until they hear a trigger word, then they form an argument in their head against you. The premature replier, like my dad who just cut you off. Okay? All right, we talked about the sidetracker, you know, and God knows how we got there in the conversation, but she took us off track. We also talked about the self-defense listener that comes in 2 types. They bolster a very, very large ego. The conversation always becomes about them, or they build themselves up because they don't think so highly of them, so they want to take every opportunity to make themselves look better in the group. Those were the 5 negative listening habits. Today, the concentration has to be on how do we fix this stuff? Because if I remember where I left you pointing your fingers not at your dad and not at your brother and not at your friend Tina. I left you pointing your finger this way and thinking about what you own as far as those negative listening habits. Today, how to fix those. First of all, please understand that these are just hints. Now, hints, that's going to be a key word, hints, all right? The very first hint that I can give you is not even on the slide. Respect the relationship. You love these people. You are friends with these people. Respect the relationship. Now, here's a couple of ways to do that. Okay, take a look. The first way that you can respect the relationship, and really, quite frankly, the first hint is to get prepared for this. Get prepared for it. So, like I said yesterday, you're in the middle of what you think is really important, and you think you can multitask, but you can't. Look at what it says next to get prepared. Okay? Take it, mute it, put it down. Put it down. Get prepared for the moment. A parental unit walks into the room. Okay, you take the controller, you put it down. You take your textbooks. Textbooks. Oh boy. How very 1990s of you, Joswiak. You take whatever you're doing. You take whatever you're doing and you put it down. All right? Get prepared for the moment. Okay? The 1 and the 2 point, they really go together. Look at those little lines from tune in. Tune in also boxed in there. Avoid or fight. Fight those noises. Remember the first kind of noise? That one's easy. The external noise in the environment. That's why we're going to pause the movie so that the sounds of the movie are not in the way. All right? And I don't know what kind of movies you watch, but that sounds like a movie to me. Here's the deal. Here's the thing. Avoid the external noise so that you can be a better listener. That one's super simple. You don't talk at the concert. You know, you wait until afterwards. If someone is talking at you, you ask them to come outside where it's quieter. All right? Avoid the external noise. But it's the internal noise. I've said this ad nauseum. That is your nemesis. The shortest attention span of any group of 17-year-olds ever. All right? All right. We go off to La La Land. We go off to the Bahamas at the drop of a hat. Those trigger words are real. They take us away. You have to constantly fight Hold on a second, my phone's ringing. Oh, dang. Oh, wow. Oh, see? You have to constantly fight the internal noise. Remember that student that came in to see me and said she was having a terrible day? Thank God for the slamming of the door that made me think, oh my God, I've done it again. Thank God I chased her down. What I should have done immediately, what I should have done when Tina said, I'm having a really bad day, Joswiak, I should have gone, oh, Tina, just 1 second, and then tick, 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 tick on my keyboard. And then I should have shut the screen. And then I should have cleared my brain of all those things I was thinking about, the internal noise. Put it down, clear your brain of that internal noise. Respect the relationship. Okay? Man, I tell you what, it'll save you, friends. It really will. All right, hint number 1, get prepared, right? Get prepared, put it down. Hint number 2, avoid the external noise. That's simple. Shut off that thing, okay? Move to a quiet spot. Let's retire to the garden, love. Okay, especially the internal noise, all right? In other words, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to beg you in your relationships to focus. Focus. All right? Concentrate on that friend, your soulmate, your life partner. Concentrate on them until they have said what they came to say. All right, take a look at the next one. Oh, golly. Oh, gee. 93% of the communication endeavor is nonverbal. 93%. Remember, you can listen to the words. Yay! You can. But you ought to be listening to the gestures, the facial expressions, and the vocal cues. You have to. Okay, again, I'm just going to tell you this straight up. You know, your boyfriend looks at you and goes, I'm not mad. Okay, those words are meaningless. Listen to the nonverbals. Nobody looks at a guy that just screamed that and says, oh golly, thank goodness. I thought this was really going to irk you. You know, so we're gonna get prepared. We're gonna put it down. We're gonna close the screen. We're gonna turn. I suggest eye contact. Not on the list. Really good idea. Eye contact. And then I suggest reading the nonverbals to listen to what they're really saying. All right. We'll keep trucking right along on that list. The next one is really important. See where it says internalize the conversation? My suggestion for you here is that you should make what they're saying to you, relate to you, especially in the ideals of emotion, right? If somebody like that student that was talking to me is suggesting she's having a terrible day, what I need to do to be a better listener is remember what it's like to have a terrible day. I got to get out of my head. I have to put it down. I have to make eye contact with her. But then I have to listen. I have to listen and internalize it and think to myself, wow, I remember what it's like to have a terrible day. She must be really hurting. I remember what it's like to be really sad. I remember what it's like to be really happy. I remember when this happened to me. Okay? If you can internalize it like that, the message will sink in and be ever clear. It really will. All right. Now there's a hint. Okay? You can think about yourself in her shoes later. We're going to show you empathy for real, and we're going to talk to you about how important it is. But honestly, quite frankly, listening to the speaker and putting yourself in his position, Mr. Joswiak, I'm having a really bad day. I just failed my math class. I think I might be failing the entire class. Well, at this particular point, if you remember a time when you felt inadequate, when you felt like a failure, and put yourself in that student's position or your friend's position, okay, the conversation will sink in to your heart. More about that later on the list. Okay, hi. Here's some biggies. Notice the stars, please. I want you to rewind. I want you to go back to the list if you didn't notice the stars. All right? The stars, by check for understanding. After your friend, after your life partner has dumped this on you verbally, and you have listened, the most important thing you can do to show your friend, your life partner, your soulmate, the most important thing you can do, two simple things in checking for understanding. Number one, you can ask questions. And this is, oh man, oh woman, this will prove that you're listening. Okay? That student that was talking about failing the math test, having a horrible day. Every once in a while, I would interject a question like, well, when you say fail, do you mean like 40%? 30%? Oh, no, Mr. Joswiak, I've never gotten anything that low. I got a 75%. Oh, my God, Mr. Joswiak, 70. And I was like, okay, all right. But to her, that's failing. And now to me, after asking that question, I know more about her plight and her situation. Okay? Ask questions to clarify. The next one, super important. Paraphrase. When your friend is done talking to you, when that student is done talking to me, putting it back to her, throwing it back at her in her own words, but a much shortened version. Oh, I'm so sorry. Using her own words, throwing it back to her with my words in a very shortened version of what she just said. Paraphrasing. Look the word up. I'm not being extremely clear here, but here's what it means. When she's done talking, I am going to recap what she just said in my own words. I'm going to toss back to her what I think she just said. I'm going to go like this. Okay, so let me get this straight. You got a 75% on your math class, and that's devastating to you because you've never gotten below a 95% before. And now you're thinking that you just are losing the concepts altogether, and you might not, get a great grade that you once thought you'd get. Is that what you're saying? I should paraphrase what my friend just said to me in my own words back to her. All right, there's that. Now, the last one. Ooh, look at the last one. Listen with your heart. I know I'm pointing to my head. And then I say, listen to your heart. Okay, watch. Let's rewind. The last one. Listen with your heart. Okay? Hey, that's better. Listen with your heart. All right? What does that mean? Okay, listen. You're friends with this person. You've chosen this person to be life partners with. You're soulmates. The best of the best. All right? There's an emotional investment that goes along with that. You need to listen with your heart. Again, she's suffering. I know it was a 75, and I don't even think that's a failure, but if I listen with my heart, I hear the suffering. Okay? If I listen with my heart, I hear the jubilation in that moment. Even though I wouldn't be so very excited about it, she is. He's off the rails excited. You know, their team just won first place. Wow! Okay. Listen with your heart. Understand. They're jubilant. Okay? Share the emotions. And you'll be better best friends. Okay? You'll be better best friends. Listen with your heart. Okay? Oh, yeah, I got it. Boom, 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 boom. That was dumb. All right. There's some hints for better listening. Campers and camperettes, I got to keep these under 20 minutes just so that we're all going to kind of stay sane. So in the last moments here, I'll tell you this. I am absolutely fundamentally rooting for you. I know this has been a difficult time, but we'll get through it. We really will. Okay? Keep the smile. There's always something to smile about. All right? All right, go find it. Cheers.